Alright man, it's White Boy Lockdown Radio. If it's your first time here, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Go ahead and click the like. It's free. It's free. It's also free to subscribe, and it's also free to watch the little video right by the subscribe button and the blue letters that say join. It's all free. Make sure you do it. Share the video out there. Man, over here it's Team Whitey. It's White Boy Lockdown Radio. It's in the name. We're the reason Waldo's hiding. We're trying to catch him with that BLM sign. Join the movement. All right, look. Jail, prison, life is a dirty place. This story is about when I got staph. I don't know the correct name for it. It's called, staph. There's a stuff enough of it, whatever the bacterial thing is. It's dirty inside these institutions. I've said a while back, I was speaking about spider bites, so I'm going to end that one in the end screen on this video. Kind of goes with it, but I've also just made a video. It's called Two of the Nastiest Unrespected Hustles, which would be mules and guys that wash whites underwear. Okay, the reason that you would want to hire somebody like that, look, if they're going to lower themselves to do it, you take advantage of it. Those guys don't get any money. It's very inexpensive, and you don't have to wash it yourself. But when in prison, I've said it a million times, you can fart in this dorm and 3 other dorms can tell you how it smells. It's a big gossip fest, and for the most part, it's aggravating. It's real high school, it's gossip fest, but you have to take and use advantage of the gossip. What's going on? Who's going to get poked up? Who's about to fight? You got to remember the gangs, so you use it to your advantage. And when there's a scabies breakout in a dorm, the institution, they usually will, that dorm kind of gets locked down from institution laundry, so their laundry gets washed separately. Obviously, so because if they mix laundry, then the whole compound's going to get scabies. And then the COs start bringing it home to their kids and stuff. So they try to do a good job with containing it or whatever. But usually it's too late. By the time somebody figures out they have scabies, they've been itching, scratching for a couple days. They got to go to medical, and then a few other dudes go to medical, and then by that time the whole dorm has it. It's real nasty, man. Scabies is one thing. When I got scabies, staph, it's kind of the same thing to me. It's both nasty. It's just being dirty. I never heard about these things before I went to prison. I never heard about these things. So I caught staph. Doing research on it, I guess these things are like more common in hospitals and stuff, and just places where there's a lot of people and an unclean environment. So that's kind of where I got the staph from. I got staph. I was leaning. If you've ever seen, the easiest way I can explain this, if you've ever seen 60 Days In, which I know a lot of you have, the bars, okay? The bars if you look at a dorm, there's a bottom dorm, you have the day room, you have the cells back there, and there's usually steps that go up to the second tier. You go up those steps, then there's a second tier up there, a bunch of cells, and there's bars. The bars that, you see it on any jail, prison scene. I was leaning on the bars like this, okay, with my foot on one of the bars. I was just leaning, watching TV, looking at the day room. I don't remember exactly what I was doing, but it definitely came from the bars. I'm leaning on these bars, and it was just something that I would do. And it would be always a certain time of the day. It's like I had a really strict pattern, a really strict schedule when I was in prison. I know it's going to sound stupid. What do you mean? You waited to a certain time of the day to lean on the bar? I actually did. It was just after count when the thing opened, I would go and watch a show. Instead of going down there with all the boneheads and listening to all the ignorant talk, I could just watch it from right there. But my forearm started to itch, and I got like a bump in it. Right here, as a matter of fact, right here. Okay, so I had a little bump right here, and I was scratching and stuff. I paid it no attention. I didn't know what it was. few days go by, it started to get red, and it started to get bigger. And it was starting to be weird to me. It was bigger than like an ant bite. It was bigger than like a mosquito bite. Okay, this thing was getting bigger and bigger, and it was getting more red. About a few days after that, this thing grew to this thing grew literally. Well, at the end, it grew to about a golf ball. A golf ball was hanging out of my arm. Okay, a big, nasty red thing, and I just woke up and it had formed that big. Okay, I kept asking the CO. I'm like, hey man, look, this thing. I didn't come in with this thing. I need it gone now. And he's just like, I don't know. You got to put a request in. I'm like, dude, look at my arm. There's a golf ball hanging out of it. He's just like, no, man, you gotta go through the proper procedures and blah, blah, blah. So I said, no, man, I need a Sarge down here right now. And CO got all mad at me. And a Sarge came down. I'm like, hey, man, look, I declare a medical emergency. Look at my forearm. And he's just like, what in the heck? So he cuffed me up and he brought me to medical. And they never would tell me what it was. They never. I'm like, what is that? Is that a spider bite? Is that staph? They never would tell me what it was. And I kept asking. Okay, the whole dorm's like, well, you got staph. But like, I'm like, now I'm one of these dudes. I'm like, oh, man, how'd I get staph? And so I go down there, and it was the weirdest thing in the world. They take a razor knife. I kept asking, like, what is this? What is it? What is this golf ball? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, is it a spider bite? Like, I don't know if I'm allergic to any spiders. I see my buddy Roger. He had a freaking tennis ball from the brown recruits landing on him. But so they put a couple shots on it, and they take a razor and they just sliced it and squeezed it. It was nasty stuff coming out of there and stank. And they put a big gauze inside of my razor, the hole in my golf ball forearm. They put a big gauze in there, I guess, to suck up the pus and nasty stuff, and a big bandage over it. And they told me, hey, be careful when you wash it and whatever else. So I do that. They give me, I think, penicillin or something like that. They give me little push packets, and at the end of the day, I got it resolved, and I got it taken care of, but man, it's disgusting. I had to go back to medical. I had to take the gauze out of my arm. Oh my God, that thing stunk, and it was gross. Staph, scabies, is freaking gross. Another thing that happens in prison a lot, which is another thing I've never heard of until I went to prison. I've heard of it, but I've never literally seen them. Bed bugs. The bed bug game in Florida DOC is absolutely insane. The problem with that is here in Florida, we don't have air conditioning at all. So it's all fans. It's like exhaust fans and open windows. But you can imagine, man, if it's hot outside, man, it's hot right now. They have fans where you have regular ceiling fans, okay? Regular ceiling fans. So the power move is, for me, wherever I went, whatever dorm I went, the power move was get off the top bunk, get on the bottom bunk, and then from the bottom bunk, peep out who's going home. But really, you want to get a single bunk, okay, directly under a fan, so you're safe for summer. But that doesn't save you. You're just a little bit more, comfortable. You know what I mean? It's hot as hell inside of prison, man. In Florida prison, it is hot. There's no air conditioning whatsoever, man. It's even worse in the box. It's even worse. There's no chance for you to score a fan. But even if you score a fan bunk with one directly under you, you have literally people that will go stand by your bunk to cool off. So there's so much stuff to go into this. But the meat and potatoes is you sweat a lot in Florida DOC, and it goes into that little mattress. It's it's not a lot of people will see 60 days in. If you see you know, those blue mattresses, they don't have those in Florida. It's a mattress with some crap stuff in there, but you sweat a lot, man. It's hard not to. And bed bugs are real. They bite. You see dudes walking around with a bunch of bed bug bites, and it's nasty, man. You know, a lot of people will be like, you know, I made the dragon breath parachute video, I made the hygiene video. Listen, man, it gets real. You have to have some simple hygiene when you're locked up, because this stuff breaks out, man. You know, another thing contributing to, you know, if it's not bed bugs, staph, or scabies is, man, it's gonna be one time in your life where you're using a super public bathroom. Okay, literally the bathroom area is got 6 showers over there. Then there's a U-shaped thing with about 6 sinks on each side. So you get the showers, 6 sinks, and then the crappers. And then, you know, man, look, you'd be surprised who don't wash their hands when they get done doing whatever they get done doing. Don't matter if it's number 1, don't matter if it's number 2, and don't matter if it's number 3. Nobody's washing their hands, and they're touching everything. Think about how many people probably touch that bar, you know, that bar when they're walking by, and I'm leaning on it, okay? All over the day room, people playing cards. Oh man, that's nasty. You know, I just said 1, 2, or 3, you know, right from doing 1, 2, and 3 to walking right back to the poker table, slapping the cards. Now you got all that all over there, and then they're gonna put it up, and man, that's what happens. See, there's no hand sanitizer inside of prison. The state soap, it has no antibacterial stuff in it. Man, it's pretty nasty, man. It gets real inside. It's disgusting inside. You know, I'm a clean person. I never in my life would I had thought that I would catch staph before, but I did. They wouldn't tell me what it was. You know, it's obvious. We figured it out, and plus, it couldn't have been a spider bite because I saw Roger's spider bite. That thing was like, you know, he had like a tennis ball in his arm. I had like about a golf ball in my arm, but it was disgusting. But scabies and staph, bed bugs, it's rampant, man. It's hard to get away from it. You know, there's another thing with prison and jail is cleanliness in general. There's like all types of phobias and stuff inside of prison. So you'll see people get into scraps, fights, everything behind not being clean, not cleaning your area, leaving wrappers and stuff around, just being a Viking, being a caveman, being you know, you can't be caveman status inside of there because people know what I'm speaking of in this video, and they're gonna check you on it. It's just nasty, man. It's a nasty thing, man. If you got people in there, hey, you gotta tell them about this video. If you've been in there, then you know you've seen some nasty stuff. You know what I mean? But hey, this White Boy Lockdown Radio, you see it. Check out the merch store if you have a chance, if you can. Hit the members, man. Smash the like. I appreciate all y'all. Until the next one.